Welcome back to JF Coin, the channel where we explore the hidden treasures of American coin history and reveal the unbelievable value of coins you might still have lying around in your home. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in the world of numismatics, the 1983 Liberty 1 cent USA coin. This small copper-colored coin, often ignored by millions, has an incredible story that will leave you amazed. Stay tuned till the end, because you might just discover that a fortune could be sitting right inside your piggy bank. Let's start from the very beginning. The 1983 Liberty 1 cent coin was minted in Denver, Colorado, marked by the bold D mint mark just below the year. At first glance, this coin looks just like any other penny you might use to buy candy or drop into a fountain for good luck. But beneath its simple copper tone hides a history of transformation, error, and unexpected fortune. In 1982, the United States Mint made a historic change in the composition of the 1 cent coin. Up until that time, pennies were made primarily of copper, but due to the rising cost of copper metal, the mint decided to switch to a cheaper composition. From mid-1982 onwards, pennies were made from zinc coated with a thin layer of copper. This change may seem small, but it caused a fascinating mix-up in the years that followed. When 1983 came around, almost all pennies were supposed to be made of zinc. However, a few rare coins from that year were mistakenly struck on the old copper planchets used in 1982. These rare coins are the ones that collectors dream about, and the 1983 Liberty 1 cent coin is one of the rarest and most sought-after examples. Imagine holding a coin that weighs slightly more than a regular penny, a coin that sounds different when dropped on a table, and a coin that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is the magic of the 1983 Liberty 1 cent USA coin. It is not just a piece of metal, it's a piece of history that tells a story about change, human error, and incredible luck. Now, here's where the story gets even more exciting. Over the years, coin experts and collectors began testing their 1983 pennies to see if they were struck in copper or zinc. A regular 1983 penny made of zinc weighs about 2.5 grams, but the rare copper version weighs around 3.1 grams. That tiny difference can mean the difference between 1 cent and a life-changing fortune. One lucky collector discovered this when he found a 1983 Liberty 1 cent coin that weighed 3.1 grams. After verification, this coin was confirmed as a rare copper planchet error, and its value skyrocketed. This particular coin fetched an incredible market value of $779,335. Yes, you heard that right, over $779,000 for a single 1 cent coin. Just imagine turning an old jar of pennies into a treasure chest worth more than the price of a luxury car or even a house. That is what makes coin collecting so fascinating, and that is why JF Coin is here, to bring you the real stories behind the coins you see every day but never truly notice. Let's take a closer look at what makes the 1983 Liberty 1 cent coin so special. First, the D mint mark. It stands for Denver, one of the major U.S. mint facilities. Second, the year 1983, a transition year when the U.S. Mint was still perfecting the new zinc coinage process. And third, the composition error, one of the rarest types of mistakes that can happen during minting. When all these factors come together, the result is a coin that becomes legendary among collectors. Even though millions of 1983 pennies were made, only a handful are known to exist in copper. This extreme rarity drives up the value dramatically. In the world of coin collecting, rarity and condition are everything. If you happen to find a 1983 Liberty 1 cent coin that looks sharp, has strong details, and weighs around 3.1 grams, you might be holding one of the most valuable pennies in the world. Over time, collectors have sent their 1983 pennies to grading services like PCGS and NGC to verify their authenticity. The higher the grade, the higher the value. A mint-state copper 1983 penny can bring an astonishing price, especially when certified and preserved in pristine condition. At JF Coin, we always remind our viewers to check every penny carefully. You never know when one small coin could change your life. Take a digital scale, weigh your 1983 penny, and if it tips over 3 grams, you could be looking at a treasure worth hundreds of thousands. the beauty of coin collecting lies not only in the money but in the stories these coins carry. Every scratch, every shine, every mintmark tells a story about American history. The 1983 D Liberty 1-cent USA coin represents an era of transition in the U.S. Mint, a time when technology met tradition, and human oversight turned a simple coin into a priceless gem. Collectors all around the world are now keeping an eye on this specific coin. Its popularity continues to grow because people are realizing how rare and valuable it really is. The 1983 D Liberty 1-cent has become a symbol of hidden fortune, a reminder that sometimes, the most ordinary things can hold extraordinary value. So, next time you pick up a penny, don't underestimate it. Flip it over, check the date, look for that D mark, and most importantly, weigh it. The next big discovery might come from your own collection. And when it does, you'll remember that JF coin was the first to show you the real power hidden inside the smallest denomination in US currency. As we wrap up this exciting episode, let's recap. The 1983 D Liberty 1-cent USA coin, a tiny, shiny piece of American history, could be worth an astonishing $779,335 if struck on a copper planchet. Its story begins with a change in composition, a minting error, and ends with the possibility of life-changing wealth. So, if you want to keep discovering more stories like this, about rare coins, valuable cents, hidden treasures, and coin market updates, make sure to subscribe to JF Coin. Hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and let's continue exploring the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins together. Thank you for watching JF Coin.